What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Spider-Man Homecoming 2 video and some Legends of Tomorrow, because I'm very sorry, but I completely missed actually talking about the big Legends of Tomorrow news that dropped the other day. So if you are new to the channel, please do consider leaving a like down below and subscribing if you did enjoy the video. And also check out our social media down below as well to stay up to date. So this is very interesting because we've had someone who has frequently been in the speculation for a plethora of superhero movie roles. So Jake Gyllenhaal, who is an absolutely fantastic actor, who I actually, funny enough, recently watched in Nightcrawler. I think Nightcrawler may be probably his best performance and his most creepiest role to date. And Jake Gyllenhaal has been reportedly cast, or in talks to be cast, for Spider-Man 2, or Spider-Man Homecoming 2. I guess Spider-Man Spring Fling, I guess, is that the next dance in American high schools? I don't know. All my American dance information is based off Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Saved by the Bell. So I have no idea about all these formals that happen, or sock hops, or... yeah, what's up with all these dances, dudes? But Spider-Man 2, regardless of the title, will be a jet-setting affair. It will be set in Europe, or at least around Europe, reportedly as well. Kevin Feige said that we'll be leaving New York and coming to Europe. So welcome, Spidey. I'll show you around. I'll show you the sights. I'll show you Weatherspoons or something like. But the fact that that's happening is really, really cool, and hopefully we will get a Gwen Stacy who is actually foreign. We've had a lot of the casting tapes be leaked for that, so I expect Gwen Stacy to be in this. But the fact that Jake Gyllenhaal is coming to the movie is very, very exciting. And I have to say, the MCU has somewhat of a second chance saloon for actors, and definitely it worked for Robert Downey Jr. Mickey Rourke, yeah, somewhat. But playing Mysterio would be really, really awesome. I think Mysterio is a really cool character. Mysterio is an ex-stuntman, Quentin Beck. And, well, it's really cool having this character in this movie because it's just a really kooky and crazy character to have. I mean, we had Vulture, which I never expected them to ever do Vulture, just for the sheer fact that Dr. Octopus and things like that, and the Goblin, Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, whatever, they are all the big characters, the big fan favourites. But I think that having someone like Vulture really did make the movie a lot more interesting. It's a character we haven't seen before as well. So that was really awesome. And as well as that, actually having Mysterio, it's going to be interesting how they do this, because Quentin Beck, the look of him is very kooky. It's very kind of kitschy 60s style. He's got like a fishbowl on his head. But he uses technology to look like he's all mysterious and things like that. But what is curious is the fact that he was involved with the Tinkerer. Now, if you remember the Tinkerer was in Spider-Man Homecoming. He was a part of the Vulture's gang. And he did, the Mysterio was under the tutelage of the Tinkerer in the comics. And then he was inspired to go on and become the Mysterio that we know. So having this character in the movie is quite big here, because I think that they may build upon the Tinkerer, and the Tinkerer may find someone else to help him, or find someone else to work with, in the light that, well, the Vulture was put in prison at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming. So the fact that this is going on is pretty darn cool, to be honest, and I think the Mysterio is a really good character here as well. Let's not forget that he's also part of the Sinister Six. So the Sinister Six are a group of enemies of Spider-Man who grouped up to work together. 6 of them, Sinister Six. It was Vulture, and we also had as well another character who was rumoured for Spider-Man Homecoming 2, which was Kraven the Hunter. So I'm a bit worried here that they may go down the route of having too many villains. That was definitely what ruined Amazing Spider-Man 2. It ruined Spider-Man 3. And there's not really much need to include all of these characters. But let's not forget that Sony wanted to do a Sinister Six movie. They wanted to do that after Amazing Spider-Man 2. They had a whole plan to set up the rest of this Spider-Man universe. But that never happened. So I'm a bit worried that they're trying to move in on this Sinister Six storyline later on. It's really early in the storyline of Spider-Man at the moment. There's not really much need of having a Sinister Six just yet. But going the long route and setting this up over time, I would really like. Now, the interesting part is that we had the Scorpion, who is now a character who we saw in Spider-Man Homecoming, was done over by Spider-Man. He is in prison. He's also in prison with Vulture. So, what if the Vulture, who hasn't turned a good leaf, what if he's trying to get his revenge, and from prison with the Scorpion is trying to arrange a Sinister Six, and the Tinkerer has found Mysterio to do their bidding? I think that'd be really, really cool as well. And the rumour is as well, Michael Keaton will be returning to Spider-Man. So he'll be returning in this movie. But I'm really worried that they may happen because, again, too many cooks may spoil the broth, and having him as a good guy isn't really something I want to see. I don't want him to see a redemption arc just yet from Vulture. I want to see him be a villain. I want to see him trying to organise a Sinister Six, and maybe in Spider-Man 3 we will see a full Sinister Six go crazy. I think that'd be really awesome to see. I hope that happens. That'd be what I want. I want a slow burn with this, to be honest. I want Spider-Man to become comfortable with who he is, and then when he finally thinks he knows everything, the Sinister Six come in, a group of people who he has wronged, or at least he has spoilt their life or ruined their life in some way as the Spider-Man, and then we get some really cool action. But that is it for the Spider-Man Homecoming portion of this. But we've had a synopsis now for Legends of Tomorrow, the next season. So if you remember, at the end of the previous season, we did have everyone there chilling out on Aruba, but they thought they'd killed Malice. However, we did have a breach in some sort of magic craziness, and something has survived. And we got a dragon head presented to the Legends by good old John Constantine. So this was a hint that magic and demons may be the next part of Legends of Tomorrow. We've had time anachronisms, we've had anomalies, we've had Malice and his whole magic storyline, which personally I didn't really like that. I did enjoy the show, I just didn't thought the enemy was a bit weak. But here we will have the group being assisting the Time Bureau. So in this synopsis they say that the Time Bureau are outsourcing this craziness over to the Legends, as we have magic, fairy tales, and sort of magic fairy tales and mysticism things going on. So instead of we having anachronisms and things like that in time, we will actually see different things such as maybe fairy tales with Hansel and Gretel coming in. We could also see maybe huge dragon monsters and things like that. So the world is our oyster here, with magic being a huge part of the next season. So with that in mind, we could see characters pop up such as Zatanna and Justice League Dark style members. Swamp Thing could turn up, of course, because Constantine is now going to be a big part of this season, as you saw in the post, as you can see in the poster. We do actually have Constantine as a main part of this season, considering that magic, fairy tales, and the mystical arts, fables as well. So this is a big part here. So we could see an absolute plethora of things going on. So things, classic stories such as Hansel and Gretel. We could see Jack and the Beanstalk, and this could get absolutely insane. And really, it could definitely work here, to be honest. And I think that introducing people like Zatanna to help out the group, that'd be awesome, especially if they're going down the route that she is working on Las Vegas as a residency and has been an established character like John Constantine. I think that would be really awesome. Now, one thing really weird in the poster is the fact that we don't actually have Wally West on the poster. So this is really weird. Why is Wally West not on the poster? Maybe they're trying to big up Constantine. Maybe he will just play a role as he did last season, where he pops up every now and then. Or they're doing a thing with the mysterious girl over on The Flash, which means that they're going to need his attention, and he will be involved heavily, considering that Cecile, like his sibling, will be a big part of this whole Mystique storyline. So I guess we'll only really learn about Wally West's fate perhaps if something big happens on The Flash and they have a way to work him into the show. But that is it for this video. Please drop a like, please do subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.